All right, I think we're back. I think we figured this one out here. So apologies. I am super sorry. Uh, but we're definitely back. So let's get this thing on the road here without any further ado. Let me just open it up here and we're gonna move. So anyways, brand new game today. We're gonna play Subsistence. Subsistence is a new open world survival. Lots of cool stuff coming with this game. Lots of the devs working on it pretty hard to get it to a point. I mean, it's already super fun. It's a lot of fun. There's no zombies in this game. That's just you against Mother Nature, and of course, with Mother Nature, um, you also have some predators. So you got some bears, and you got some wolves, and you got some boars, and then of course you've got the elements as well. So you've got the cold and the warm in the summertime. You've got to survive. You've got to find food. You got to find water, all that good stuff that comes with survival. So of course, lots to go with it. And then of course, also some base building and some crafting and some neat stuff like that. So with that, we will actually get into this. Appreciate you guys and hanging in there with your support. I apologize. It's always interesting to try to figure out how everything works, and so we're now there. So I'm going to go ahead and choose solo game. We're going to start a brand new one. I've done a couple test games just to make sure it's all working. So we're going to set it on easy, but easy is not easy. And I'll explain it to you just a little bit here. The predators still attack. So we also still have the hunters that will still attack. And the elements are still pretty severe. So you got the cold air and everything else that goes along with it. You still have to find food, everything else. Days seem a little bit longer and the years seem a little bit longer. We're going to leave the hunters enabled. The hunters will attack revenge. So you can set this to only revenge attacks or normal. Normal, they'll attack you if they see you. Revenge, they'll attack you if you initiate the attack. So I'm going to leave that on normal. And then we're going to set our current month here to where we're at now. So let's start in April, and we'll set 365 days of the year. So it'll be a full calendar year. We'll start this solo game. And we're going to spawn in the world with basically nothing. In fact, we do have a pistol. So we start off with a pistol, and we start off with one of those little glow sticks. So we've got a glow stick, axe, and a pistol that we start out with. And so what we need to do here is the first thing we want to do is we want to find where we're going to start our base at. So it gives us temperature up in the top left. You can see it's 6 degrees Celsius. And the first thing it says, aim to build a base command unit. So I've got a couple ideas of where we want to build a base. There's actually a cave, which is a nice place to build because you can block off the entrance and the rear. There's actually a rear on it as well, so you can block that off. There's our a bear over there walking. You can see him. The animals in this will give you a warning before they attack. So for instance, the bear will stand up on its hind legs to let you know that, hey, you're a little bit too close. And so of course you want to take that warning and heed that warning. The wolves, you'll see they'll growl twice. First time they growl, let you know, hey, you're a little too close. The second time they growl, they'll attack you. So there, you can see that chest that I just picked up. There are random chests spawned throughout the world. So you'll want to make sure and grab those chests because in the chest there's nails, there's food, there's ammunition, all kinds of different supplies. And then of course you got the trees. Nice thing about the trees is they won't chop down. You'll get about, depending on the size of the tree, you'll get some wood out of those, some wood logs. And so the goal, obviously, is to get as much wood as you can. And so that's one way of just chopping those trees, and you'll automatically collect the logs when you chop the trees. There are some trees that are larger than others. There's another, there's a wolf over there. Nope, that's a black bear. I'm sorry. So there's black bears, grizzly bears, and then there's also wolves. So let's just kind of explore just a little bit. Show you some of the things that you'll be wanting to look for. There's also, so here's another chest over here. We're going to grab this chest. So you basically walk up the chest, you take a look at it, and you interact with it. My default key is F. You can see here I've got 5, 6, so I've got 11 nails, and then I've got this spare parts, and I've got some spare metal. You want to capture everything. Here's my inventory. I start out with 1 bandage, 1 match. And then of course I've got my water. I'm going to move that into my fast bar. I like to keep my wood down here as well, so I know how much I've collected. I like to keep my wood and my nails. So as I'm kind of going through, nails extremely important in this game, and wood obviously as well. So I like to keep that running total, understand exactly how much I've collected. And then usually on a typical day, I like to come back to my base with no less than 100 pieces of wood. That makes me feel pretty comfortable. Because remember, we want to build, and we also need to feed the fire with the wood that we capture. There are some different plants that we'll be capturing as well out here while we're foraging. This one is the most common, and that's the fiber. So you just want up to it and just hit the F key, and you'll harvest that. You want to capture as much of that as you can. There's also blueberries, carrots, onions, some different fruits and vegetables that you can get. There's a wolf over there. You can see the wolf up on the hill, and a chicken. There are chickens out here as well that you can capture for their protein. I just heard him growl, and I just heard him growl twice, so I need to get out of here as quick as I can. So he's on my tail. You can hear him. Unfortunately, my pistol isn't enough to kill him. It would take all 5 of my bullets. And so I'm just going to continue to run and jump. And that is one tactic, and pretty soon he'll just quit chasing you. Hopefully. And he did. A lot of times you can't get away from them. Once they start chasing you, they're onto you. And the problem is once they kill you, those wolves will advance their level. So all the animals start out as a level 1. Once they kill you, they move up to level 2. And as they increase in their levels, they become smarter and more keen to what you do. So it's important that you don't let them kill you, obviously for a couple different reasons. But one of the main reasons is because they'll gain the advantage on being able to hunt you and know where you're at. Grab some more wood here. Appreciate everyone joining tonight. Happy Sunday, happy Labor Day for those of you celebrating Labor Day tomorrow. It's nice to have an extra day off because it's a 3-day weekend here in the States. So happy Labor Day to everybody. Hope you have some fun plans. Alright, so we're going to continue grabbing and harvesting some wood and whatever else we can find while we're looking for a place to build our base. These rocks here, as you get... Oh, there's another grizzly bear over there. These rocks here, as you start to craft different tools, you'll be able to harvest different minerals from these rocks. So you can get aluminum, you can get magnesium, you can get a bunch of different stuff from these rocks. So as you get a little bit more experience and you get your pickaxe and those other things you can get. Now I got Mr. Grizzly Bear over there to the left, and I got another loot crate here. So let's try to sneak up here without Yogi Bear seeing us. I got some blueberries, some shotgun shells, and some ammunition in there. And then I'm just going to give him a bunch of space, and I'm just going to get out of here. Leave him be and let him go forage. And I'm okay with the rabbits right now. I can handle those. In fact, let's get this gun loaded up. So R to reload. Some of the mechanics in this game and the graphics are really did a really good job with them. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful out here. It looks it reminds me of what you would see if you went up in the mountains and went hunting. The trees, as you get closer, can obviously use a little bit more work. There's not as much realism to it. But, I mean, just taking a look from far back here, it's really actually pretty. There is a boar over there. The boars won't attack you. However, if they feel threatened or they feel cornered, they will attack you. So, if they attack you, a lot of times they will break your bones. So they'll run into you and you'll get a broken bone, and you'll need to patch that up and create a splint as quickly as possible. There is a map as well. Let me just grab this here. I'll show you guys the map. If we hit the M key, it will show us exactly where we're at. Not too, I mean, you can move around it. It's quite a large area out here. And so when our hunters start spawning in, you'll be actually able to see on the map where their campfires are at. So you'll know where they're building and where they're kind of camping at as well. We're going to keep looking for, oh, there's another crate. This crate here is actually a locked crate, so you have to have a pick or a lock pick to open this one here. So anytime you guys see one of these like army green type ones, and you know, I only find them when I don't have a lock pick. I've never found one when I have a lock pick on me, which is really frustrating. But they are out there, and they have extra loot in them when you do find them, so keep your eyes open for those. All right, here we got a lake. All right, in the lakes, there's a couple different things that you want to be on the lookout for. There's kelp. So when you're diving in, you'll look for kelp. Let's see if we can find some here. You do want to make sure that you get air. If you don't get air, you'll die, obviously. Let's see if we can find some kelp here. Sometimes it's you get kind of stuck in the water, so be aware of that you don't want to get stuck in there. There's some kelp right there. Kelp you can't eat, so if you're super hungry, you don't have any other food, jump in the water, grab some kelp, and you can quickly eat that kelp and just at least give you a little bit of energy. The water is sometimes tricky to get out of. Alright, these are medicinal herbs right here. Obviously something that you want to collect. There's also blueberries that grow in the wild, so you'll keep your eye out for those. And you'll start to recognize these plants after a little while. You'll be able to, it'll kind of stick out like a sore thumb as you're wandering around. You'll know it's coming out. Alright, I want to show you guys the crafting menu, but I want to be able to find this cave first, so we can kind of build in that cave. I think it would be a good idea. I mean, it's nice to be by the water, to have easy access to the water, but it's nice to be able to protect yourselves, because when those hunters come, those hunters are relentless. Cool thing is the hunters won't come until we get our base placed. Once we get the base down, then it takes about 2 or 3 days in game for them to actually start spawning in. And you'll see them out by the lake fishing, you'll see them wandering through the woods, and you just want to kind of steer clear of them. But for some reason they know exactly where you're at, and when they're ready to attack, they'll come attack your base, and you just want to make sure that you're well prepared for that. There's another wolf over there. Let's see if we can stand up here. So there's some of the minerals I was talking to you about. You have to have the pickaxe to harvest them, but there's obviously copper, magnesium, aluminum, a bunch of the different ums. I think the cave might be... There's a bear. There's a little bunny rabbit. The chicken and the bunny rabbit you can actually catch. And when you catch them, if you have an animal hutch, you can actually raise them. When you raise them, they give you better quality meat. So when they're out in the wild, you get a little bit of protein from them, but not a ton. However, if you raise them on your little farm and you feed them every day grubs, then you'll get a little bit more protein when you do butcher them. Here's a carrot. These plants also you can harvest the seeds from. So as soon as you got your, well, not all of them, you can't get them from the fiber here, but like the carrots, the onions, some of those things, you can actually harvest the seeds and you can plant those in your garden. Alright, I want to get a base down before it starts to get dark, because when it gets dark it gets cold. And you'll die pretty easily if you've not got a fire protecting you from the cold air. So I'm still on the lookout for our cave. Let's grab this. There's some scrap metal right here. Take a quick look at the map. Yeah, it's not really easy to tell exactly where you're at. I mean, you can see there's a lake that we went swimming in and found some, you know. I think we want to kind of be right over around here. So we'll just quickly get turned around here. I just want to check over here real fast. Only 21 wood right now, so I definitely want to kind of be cognizant of that and make sure that I'm capturing some wood as well, because we'll want to keep that fire going. Right now, while we're just going to have a campfire, you'll go through wood pretty quick. In the next couple days, what we'll do is we'll actually craft a wood-burning stove, and that wood-burning stove is a lot more efficient. It doesn't go through wood as quick. And the fires will go a little bit longer, so definitely something worth working towards. Let's grab this. You get a lot of loot, so this is really good on your first day to get this much loot out here. Some days it's totally up to the RNG of the game. You never know. I mean, you could go out and be hunting around all day and find 3 nails, and then other days you'll go out there and you'll clear 60, 70, 100 of them. So it just really depends on the RNG for the day, if the RNG gods are in your favor. I'm looking out for you. This tree that we're going up to right after this is I learned this from another streamer, and these trees specifically, look out for them, because if you chop these ones, you not only get more wood, but on the very last chop, they actually will give you 1 grub. And the grub you can use for fishing bait, or the grub you can actually eat. And if you eat it, it'll give you a little bit of protein. So again, in an emergency situation, you're starving, you need some protein, then you can actually go in and you can see we got a grub. So you have to make sure and harvest all the wood from that tree, and then once you get to the last hit, you'll get that grub from it. So very nice to have a couple of those on hand. There's a wolf and a moose over there. There's another crate over here. Oh, there's 2 crates. So again, pretty soon these will stick out like a sore thumb to you guys. You guys will just be able to pick them up all over the place. But as you're kind of getting used to it, you want to, you'll have to train your eyes to kind of look for some of these things. Got a couple protein bars in that, which is awesome. I saw one more over here. Yep. Alright, so we got blueberries, we got some oil. We're doing really, really good. Now we just need to find our building spot. Hello, Mr. Grizzly Bear. We're going to give you a lot of extra space. We could always go out and build out on the island out there. It makes it easy to protect yourselves. You get full 360 view of everything around you. The predators can swim, so the wolves, amazingly enough, if you're running from them and you go run out to the woods, they will swim out there and they'll get you. So one thing to be aware of. But that island out there might not be a bad place to go. There's plenty of room. There's wood we can harvest each and every day. We got the water right next to us, so we can get water for drinking and water for fishing. Let's see if we can make our way out to there. And we'll do that. Plus, it's nice every morning when you wake up, you can just kind of scan the beaches. And with a lot of beachfront area, those crates that spawn on the beaches will stick out pretty easy. So it might not be a bad place to build out there on that island. So obviously you'll see that I keep running out of stamina. You know, just like any other survival game, the more you run, the more you'll run out of your stamina. So you want to be aware of that, especially if you're running into an area that's high probability of having some predators in it. Keep a little bit of stamina in reserves, so that if you need to get out of there, you can get out of there pretty quick. Alright, so we've got 31 wood. We need to grab some more of that for sure. I mean, we got some trees out there on the island, so we can grab some of those as well. Just want to grab what we can here before we head out that way. Alright, these, you can't do anything with these bushes. But let's take the icy plunge here. Well, luckily we're coming into summer months, so the temperatures will be just a little bit higher than normal. I'm hoping there's no wildlife on this island. That would be really awesome if there's no wolves or bears or anything on this island, and we can just have it all to ourselves. Not have to worry about being eaten alive. Grab the scrap metal. So far I'm pretty happy here. Don't see any animals. Good, good. Nice pristine island. A couple trees. Yeah, so I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. This might be a great place for us to build this base. So what we'll do here is we'll just grab this wood real quick and then we'll place our base down. Our foundation. I don't know how much wood you can carry. I mean, obviously, I've gotten it up past 100, and it stacks, so I don't know how high that can go. I've never really tested it, but I'd be curious to know. We do have the option, once we get our base started, to build storage, and with that storage we can stack a lot of our inventory in those crates. So let's just, I just want to make sure that we're out here alone real quick. Just check all the little edges and corners of this island. Make sure that Yogi Bear's not out here with us. That'd be really a rude awakening at 2 o'clock in the morning, Mr. Bear, knocking at your door. And there's already some pretty creepy nights already in this game. You know, with some of the noises and stuff like that. And then the hunters, you'll hear the hunters out walking around while you're in your cabin. So... Alright, so I think I already got this tree. Yep, I already got that tree. I think I already got those 2 trees, so now it's a matter of figuring out where we're going to start this base at. So everywhere we go, we're pretty close to the water. We don't have anyone else out here, so let's just start. Let's just start it right here. So we're going to go into our crafting menu here. Oh, he's telling me he's hungry, so we're going to eat an apple first. Alright, and then the first thing we want to do is we want to craft some planks because we need to have a foundation, and that foundation will require us to have 5 planks, 12 nails, and 2 pieces of cordage. And the cordage we'll get from those fiber. So let's get these planks started. I need 5 of them. We're going to go here to our crafting menu, click on the planks, and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the cordage here is made out of this fiber that we've been collecting. So every one of those plants that we collect the fiber from gives us that, and it takes 2 of those to make a rope, and we need 2 ropes for the base. So 1, 2, and I'm just gonna, we don't use that for anything else, so I'm just gonna craft all of that. Just so we can have a bunch of it. And then I'll craft a bunch of these as well. I want to save some of our wood so that we can have fire. So we got 6 there. I might have used too many. Let me cancel a couple. If you're ever building too much and you want to go back and cancel, just go back to your last ones and you can just click on those and cancel those ones. So we'll leave it like that. Alright, in the meantime while that is going, let's open up the crafting menu and find the fire pit. I think there it is, it's right there. So what we'll want to do is we'll want to craft that fire pit and then... Oh, you know what? We need sticks for that. That turns some of this wood into sticks. How many do we need? We need 4 sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then as soon as those are done, we can craft the fire pit. Right. So working on the ropes here still. So we might have enough now that we can start that foundation. Let's see if we do. Nope, we still need 2 more ropes. 1 more. And we'll just decide where we want to put it at, because that will be the base of everything that we do. Alright. So now we're going to hit craft on that. Now it's going to fall in line behind everything else. We're going to go over here and we're going to eat these blueberries, just so you know. I mean, obviously down here at the very bottom right, where I'm pointing at, we can see our proteins, we can see our fruits and vegetables, our hydration, how hungry we are overall, and our stamina and our health. These blueberries here, you can see I've got 4 of them, but they give us 13 points on our fruits and vegetables and 4 on our hunger. So these are really, really good. So I just like to eat them just 1 at a time. And so I'll go hit eat 1. And you can see how much it adds on that one. So, and then of course, with some of these fruits and vegetables, if you hover over and right click, you can see where it says harvest or extract seed. You can get those seeds and you can replant them. Protein bar, obviously, self-explanatory. I'm going to eat 1 of those. Try to get everything up here, at least in the green. And I'm even going to eat this grub right now. It tastes disgusting, but it's good to kind of bring some of those levels up to where they need to be at. Alright, where are we at? Do we have... Oh, it's still at the very end. So I'm going to end some of these ropes here. We can always go back to them later. Now we'll start crafting the planks. And I'll organize my inventory here. I'll just put all my ammunition together. I like to keep my scrap metal and my computer parts here together. And then I'll kind of put my food all together as well. Here, these are bullet casings and gunpowder, so I'll put those down with the ammunition. And then move this over here with food. Feathers, obviously, for crafting bow and arrow when you get those. Alright, so now we've got 2 planks, we've got 6 ropes. What do we need for this? We need 3 more planks. Those will kind of continue to craft. So we can also, we can craft pickaxe, regular hatchet, bow and arrow, the pistol, which we already have. But if we die 1 time, we'll actually lose that pistol. The shotgun, revolver, hunting rifle that we can craft. Obviously, in here we've got some other options. But we can get into, fishing, hammer to repair our bases, fish nets, fish traps, animal traps, and then of course a huge building menu that we can use. And then ammunition that we use, health and repair, and then clothing as well. So lots of different cool stuff with this. Alright, so now we can set our base. So let's do it. Our base is now... Where did it go? Oh, it's crafting. Okay, so give it a moment. Sun is starting to go down. Once it goes down really quick. We're going to go over here and drink our water just by hitting the key that it's in. So, and now we'll hit number 6 and we will bring up our base. And so you can see it gives you the blue signal to let you know that you can place it down. That it's safe. Oops, I hit the wrong button there, sorry. And you can turn it if you put it in a place where it can't be at, then obviously it won't be blue any longer. And so you'll want to find a good place to have it be. Probably not good to have it where these trees are going to be at, so we might just go over here just a little bit more. And I want to get it up off the ground. And so I can raise it up if I want to. We can always build stairs if we want to. But what I want to do is I want to have it at least as high as the highest point of this rock. So then if we want to extend our base just a little bit past that, we can do so. So let's just go to where that rock is barely poking through, and we'll put that there. And we have 1 more section of base, so I'm going to use that as well. and these will kind of lock together. I want to turn it though, so oops, I want to turn it. I hit the wrong key to turn it. Turn it, you use your number key, and then you can turn it and line up those planks. So there you go. So now we've got a nice little platform here for the beginning of our base. And then let's see if that firewood is crafting. Where did our fire pit go? I thought we were crafting a fire pit. Oh no, we didn't even start it yet. So here goes the sun. We'll get this fire pit crafted as quick as we can, because once that sun goes down, the temperature drops. You can see it's 10 degrees right now, but it'll be down in the single digits here fairly quick. Alright, so let's get out of this menu, put our fire pit down, and then to get the fire lit, you go up here and you look at it, you hit F to interact, and you can see we've got fuel and ignition that we need to provide. Here, I'm going to drop it into our fuel. I'm going to take one of our matches here and drop it into ignition, and then I'm going to hit ignite, and there we go. So simple as that. But now we have no more matches, and we've only got 4 wood. So you want to keep your eye on this fuel here to make sure that you're adding wood to that as necessary. I did see a chest over here, so while that's burning, let's go grab that chest. I saw it before it got dark, and now you guys probably can't see anything, but I can bring out my handy dandy blue light. Check that. Good. Some more nails. That's awesome. We love the nails. Alright, let's just see if we can grab any more of this wood. I don't know how long it takes for the wood to come back and be available. Look at this. So if we're down here at the ground level, you can see the temperature top left hand is showing 9. It was at 6. As soon as we go back to the fire pit, up to 18 degrees there Celsius. So it definitely keeps you warm and safe. So we'll end that one there. We'll come back tomorrow. Obviously, we want to continue building on here. We're just barely started in this. We'll get some more base built tomorrow, put some walls and a ceiling on it, and then go out and do a little bit more hunting. And then hopefully we can get maybe a bow tomorrow, so we can start hunting some of those animals. So hopefully you guys like it. Let me know in the comments what you think, if you'd like to see more of it. Obviously I'd love to play some more and show you guys kind of how it works. Excited to bring this title to you guys. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of new stuff that's coming up, so looking forward to sharing some of that with you guys as well. So again, let me know in the comments if there's something that you guys would like to see, and I'd be more than happy to try to get it on for you. So with that, see, I don't know if there's anything else we can do here. Let's just take a look here, see if there's anything that we can feed him before we go. Oh, you know what? Let me show you this here. So we did drink that water, and so now it's empty. And so in order for us to have more water, obviously we need to, let's turn on our night light here. So we're going to walk down to that water. You can see it there. And now I'm just going to hit the number 4, because that's where that canteen's located at. And so you can see it's now filled with dirty water. I'm going to walk back up to the fire pit here, and if I look at that now, you can see there's a spot for cooking, and so I'll just grab the canteen and I'll drop it there, and it will cook. Now the water you can't burn and it won't evaporate. However, if you put meat on there, that will burn, and so you want to make sure that you don't kill the meat. You need to kind of pay attention to it and watch it to make sure that it doesn't burn. So alright, so we'll leave it there. Again, appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate all the support. Make sure to hit that like and follow button and subscribe if you haven't already. And just like that, we're out. And so until we meet again, appreciate you guys' support, and we'll talk to you on the next one. Thanks again.